This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Yeah, it's John Solberg here. You know, I'm the host for the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less, and I'm very happy to tell you that today's show is being brought to you by The Butcher Shop, purveyors of highly sought-after 100% Wylara non-crossbred briskets, and they're always handpicked just for you. The Butcher Shop has been retailing the finest meats for more than 15 years, and every week they ship out competition quality meats to many of the biggest teams in the competition scene across the nation. Simply put, teams who use the Butcher Shop win, and they win often. Even if you're not a competitor, you deserve the finer cuts in life. The Butcher Shop can ship you some of the finest prime, dry-aged Australian Wagyu, and even Japanese Wagyu steaks right to your door, helping you become the king and queen of your cul-de-sac. The Butcher Shop always has Berkshire, Compart Duroc, Allegiance Duroc, and Prairie Fresh all-natural pork in stock. And again, all that stuff is hand-picked out just for you. I might be saying, John, all that sounds great, but I want to try something different. Hey, get a hold of the Butcher Shop. See what they can get for you. They might get you an elk steak, a camel roast. Who knows? Maybe they get you some alligator. I don't even know. I'll tell you how to get a hold of them and find out in just a minute. Before we do that, let's review the best competition briskets. Butcher Shop's got them. The best pork selection. The Butcher Shop's got it. Giving you a better overall option to cook at home. The Butcher Shop is going to do it. So give the Butcher Shop a call today, 850-458-8782. That's 850-458-8782. You mentioned the BBQ Central Show. They're giving you 10% off your entire order each and every time you call. You can also check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Butcher Shop. Shop is spelled S-H-O-P-P-E. The Butcher Shop, home of the 100% Australian non-crossbred Wylara 9+ briskets. And today, let's jump back, and Greg catches up with Matt Barber of Hot Wachulas. If you recall, in this time frame, probably the most smoking hot pitmaster on the competition circuit.
If I've told you this year that if you were in competition barbecue, that your team would be notching their 10th grand championship since October 26th of last year, 8 so far this calendar year, then you would be exactly my next guest. He has already been on a few times this year. And when you're winning, you have the opportunity to get on the show. But when you're winning all the time, you have even more opportunity to get on the show. So let's race over to the hotline and welcome back the pitmaster of Hot Wachulas, Matt Barber, joining me here on the show. Matt, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing absolutely fabulous, Matt. Appreciate you making time, as I say, yet again for the show. But look, I mean, when you are on I don't even know if you call it a roll anymore, or if you're just cooking the way you're cooking right now, you're going to show up on these type of shows, and man, you're having a time of it right now.
Yeah, it's been it's bizarre. It's like everything I'm throwing up is going in the net. And I'm not complaining a bit. It's been a crazy ride, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. And I guess the other thing that I find most impressive, I mean, certainly the sheer number of victories, and even the ones you aren't winning a hold from 2, you're getting reserve grand championship in, is the fact that you are going through different sanctioning bodies. So, if people wanted to cast a second, well, he's only doing it in KCBS, or he's only doing it in the Florida Barbecue Association, and people want to start to pick nits that way. Well, it's not even the case for you. You're winning in the Florida Barbecue Association in a sizable fashion, especially for Team of the Year type situation. But when you have opportunity and it's close and you want to, try your hand at a KCBS, you're winning there as well. So, this is, I guess, in my estimation, what's even more impressive is the fact that you can do it through different sanctioning bodies.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I'm not changing anything. So, and actually I was listening to earlier, what Rhythm and Q were saying about a balance of flavor, and that really is the key. I mean, you can't have any part of your profile overpower anything else. You want to be able to taste the sauce, the rub, the meat, everything has to be equal and balanced. And it's, I haven't changed a thing. If I'm cooking in Alabama, Georgia, Carolina, Florida, I've been using the same profile.
This past weekend in Calhoun, Georgia, was a Kansas City Barbecue Society event. When you look at the overall finish, obviously you take a grand championship, but even in the finish of individual categories, second in chicken, fourth in ribs, a third in pork butt, brisket fell a little bit. You had 12th overall, but still just outside the top 10, so not too detrimental, obviously. How did you feel about those individual categories? And did brisket trick you? Did you think you had a better brisket than the judges thought?
I thought I had a worse brisket than the judges thought. I thought it was gonna kill me. I brought a new smoker. It was actually we put a pellet hopper on one of my killer smokers, and so we brought that, and I guess I didn't have anytime it was the first time I ever even lit a fire in it, so I didn't have my temps right. And my brisket I didn't pull my brisket off until it was after 10 o'clock. And, usually it's off by like 8 in the morning. So my timing was off and I was rushed and when I tasted it, when I was slicing it to put it in the box, I'm like, crap, and sometimes it's tough to tell because in the heat of battle, I tend to get cotton mouth pretty severely. So it's usually take a bite, chew it up, and spit it out. I'm like, man, it just didn't taste like it had any flavor at all. And, my burn ends weren't quite as tender as I would have liked them to be. I mean, they looked great. The box looked great. But yeah, I thought brisket was my weakest, but I definitely thought I'd get lower than a 12.
When you get into the overall portion of it and they start calling out the names and you get into, fourth place, third place, you don't hear your name. Obviously, you're, pretty high up there. You don't know where the brisket kind of landed. And as you said, maybe the gut's telling you it was a little worse than it actually is. Are you giving thought that you are ready to stranglehold your next grand championship, or do you figure the brisket has just put you out of it?
Hey, I know you want to hear what Matt had to say, whether you're in competition or not. This team was on fire. More specifically, Matt Barber was on fire, running Hot Wachulas, smoking Hot Wachulas. Man, that was a run. That was a run for sure. Oh, where do you go find out what he had to say? Over at the BBQCentralShow.com. Hit the link in the show notes. It's going to take you to the complete episode. Go check that out. I appreciate you giving it a listen. Let me know what you think. Get a hold of me, John, Jon, at the BBQCentralShow.com. And until next time on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host. Yes, I just stumbled on my name. You know who I am. I'll talk to you soon.